So harsh light is the enemy when you're starting to do it. You're going to see a lot of that today because we're wandering around in the sun. And you can see I think I look much nicer right now. I look more diffuse, not as sharp, not as hard. And this is something that's really important when you're talking about doing interviews and you're doing them outside and you have to do them on location. And we've done a lot of this. And it just is difficult to actually get a nice, soft, diffuse light. So this is Sunbounce. And what they do is they have these, they're kind of these rigid frames. Now this one is actually a bounce. So what you have here is this will give me kind of a nice little bounce here. If I can go out here, you can see that it's going to bounce up. But you can also see how harsh the light is here. So when I'm in here, I actually get a nice diffuse light, and this is great for interviews. A lot of times you see this is actually happening, and typically what they call it is like an 8x8 silk, but a lot of times this is happening all the time when you're actually watching movies and TV shows. That's why it doesn't look harsh every time you see people outside. They just hide one of these. Now, typically the problem is that a lot of it requires a lot of the issue is that it requires a lot of rigging. You have a couple C-stands and you have people hanging out over it, and this is simply you have one stand here, and then you have a nice rigid structure. Now you're still going to want to work on it a little bit to make sure that it's not going to fall on your subject. That's always kind of a bummer. People get a little upset about that, but it's a really great way to just kind of throw something up and get just the area that you're working in. So once again, this is called Sunbounce.